Hello friends, this is our second lesson of how to train your dragon.
Right, hello Red Maple. I've tried to make this one a little less writing today and a little more drawing, which is always fun. So today our learning objective is to create your own dragon fact file, and we're going to copy one that's done in the book. Okay, so to start off with, we are going to just finish reading the first chapter of How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, so I'm going to try and get a little bit closer. Okay, so remember in the last lesson we thought about our first impressions of Hiccup. We thought that he was useless. He was a bit afraid and nervous, wasn't he, about having to do his dragon initiation test. And we also met Gobber the Belch, who is the teacher, and he's very, very scary. He's big and strong. He has bulging muscles, and he likes shouting at the boys. Okay? So just going to read a little bit more today. Hiccup will be leading you, although he is admittedly completely useless, because Hiccup is the son of the chief, and that's the way things go with us Vikings. Where do you think you are? The Republic of Rome? Anyway, that is the least of your problems today. You are here to prove yourself as a Viking hero, and it is an ancient tradition of the hooligan tribe that you should, Gobber paused dramatically, first catch your dragon. Oh, suffering scallops, thought Hiccup. Our dragons are what set us apart, bellowed Gobber. Lesser humans train hawks to hunt for them, horses to carry them. It is only the Viking heroes who dare to tame the wildest, most dangerous creatures on earth. Gobber spat solemnly into the snow. There are 3 parts to the dragon initiation test. The first and most dangerous part is a test of your courage and skill at burglary. If you wish to enter the hairy hooligan tribe, you must first catch your dragon. And that is why, continued Gobber at full volume, I have brought you to this scenic spot. Take a look at the wild dragon cliff itself. The 10 boys tipped their heads backwards. The cliff loomed dizzlingly high above them, black and sinister. In summer you could barely even see the cliff, as dragons of all shapes and sizes swarmed over it, snapping and biting and sending up a cacophony of noise that could be heard all over Berk. Can you remember what cacophony means?
Noise.
Really noisy, really, really, really loud. That's in Harry McClary, isn't it? But in winter the dragons were hibernating and the cliff fell silent, except for the ominous is a great word, it means scary, ominous low rumble of their snores. Hiccup could feel the vibrations through his sandals. Now, said Gobber, do you notice those 4 caves about halfway up the cliff, grouped roughly in the shape of a skull? The boys nodded. Inside the cave, that would be the right eye of the skull. Inside the cave, that would be the right eye of the skull, is the Dragon Nursery, where the baby dragons are, where they are. At this very moment, 3,000 young dragons having their last few winks of winter sleep. Ooh, muttered the boys excitedly. Hiccup swallowed hard. He happened to know considerably more about dragons than anybody else there. Ever since he was a small boy, he'd been fascinated by the creatures. He'd spent hour after long hour dragon watching. He spent hour after hour dragon watching in secret. Dragon spotters were thought to be geeks and nerds, hence the need for secrecy. And what Hiccup had learnt about dragons told him that walking into a cave with 3,000 dragons in it was an act of madness. No one else seemed too concerned, however. In a few minutes I want you to take one of these baskets and start climbing the cliff, commanded Gobber the Belch. Once you are at the cave entrance, you are on your own. I'm too large to squeeze my way into the tunnels that lead to the Dragon Nursery. You will enter the cave quietly, and that means you too, warty hog, unless you want to become the first spring meal for 3,000 hungry dragons. Ha 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 ha! Gobber laughed heartily at his little joke, then continued. Dragons this size are normally fairly harmless to man, but in these numbers they will set upon you like piranhas. They're little fish with big teeth. There'd be nothing left of even a fatso like you, warty hog. Just a pile of bones. Well, that's a good picture. That's the dragon basket. And your helmet. Ha 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 ha. So you will walk quietly through the cave and each boy will steal one sleeping dragon. Lift the dragon gently from the rock and place it in your basket. Any questions so far? Nobody had any questions. They're all too scared. In the unlikely event that you do wake the dragons, and you would have to be idiotically stupid to do so, run like thunder for the entrance to the cave. Anyone spot what that is? Anyone spot what that is? Run like thunder?
Simile.
It is, like we talked about yesterday. Dragons do not like cold weather, and the snow will probably stop them in their tracks. Probably, thought Hiccup. What's up, Hope? Okay, you go help yourself. Oh well, that's reassuring. I suggest that you spend a little time choosing your dragon. It is important to get one of the correct size. This will be the dragon that hunts fish for you and pulls down deer for you. You will catch the dragon that will carry you into battle later on when you are much older and a warrior of the tribe. But nonetheless, you want an impressive animal, so a rough guide would be, choose the biggest creature that will fit into your basket. Don't linger for too long in there. Linger? Thought Hiccup. In a cave full of 3,000 sleeping dragons? I need not tell you, Gobber continued cheerfully, that if you return to this spot without a dragon, it is hardly worth coming back at all. Anybody who fails this task will be put into immediate exile. Do you know what exile means, Storm? Exile means that you're banished from the island, okay? So they wouldn't be allowed to live there anymore. So if Hiccup fails, he'd have to leave his home and all of his family. The Hairy Hooligan tribe has no place for failures. Only the strong can belong. Okay, Storm, can you open that for your brother? Unhappily, Hiccup looked round at the distant horizon. Nothing but snow and sea as far as the eye could see. Exile didn't look too promising either. Right, said Gobber the Belch. Each boy take a basket to put their dragon in and we'll get going. The boys rushed to get their baskets, chattering happily and excitedly. I'm going to get one of those monstrous nightmare ones with the extra extendable claws. They're really scary, boasted Snotlout. Oh, shut up, Snotlout, you can't, said Speedy Fist. Only Hiccup can have a monstrous nightmare. You have to be the son of a chief. Hiccup's father was Stoik the Vast, the fearsome chief of the Hairy Hooligan tribe. Hiccup, sneered Snotlout. If he's as useless at this as he is at Bashyball, we'll be lucky he even gets one of the basic browns. The basic brown was the most common type of dragon, a serviceable beast, but without much glamour. Shut up and get into line, you miserable tadpoles! Yelled Gobber the Belch. The boys scrambled into their places, baskets on their backs, and stood to attention. Gobber walked along the line, lighting the torch that each boy held in front of him from the great flare in his hand. In half an hour's time, you will be a Viking warrior, with your faithful serpent at your side, or breakfasting with Woden, that's a god, one of their Viking gods, in Valhalla. Not Vanilla, Valhalla. Valhalla is like the Viking heaven. If you die in battle, you get to go to Valhalla. With dragon's teeth in your bottom! Oh, everything sounds good, does it? Screamed Gobber with horrible enthusiasm. Death or glory! Yelled Gobber. Death or glory! Yelled 8 boys back at him fanatically. Death, thought Hiccup and Fishlegs, sadly. Gobber paused dramatically with the horn to his lips. I think this could possibly be the worst moment of my life so far, thought Hiccup to himself, as he waited for the blast of the horn. And if they shout much louder, we're going to wake up those dragons before we even start. Gobber blew the horn. Okay, so that's chapter 2. So, poor Hiccup is about to go and try and capture a dragon. So I said today that our learning objective was to create a dragon fact file, and we're going to create this. Okay, so this is a dragon fact file about the common or garden or the basic brown. It's a type of dragon. Okay, so you're going to be creating your own dragon, your own fact file. In a minute, we're going to answer some questions first. Okay, so drawing will come in a minute. So these are our questions. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you. We're going to try and find the answers to these questions. So write 3 things you learn about the dragon from the description. Okay, so I'm going to read it and you're going to try and pick 3 things. You can just bullet point them. 3 things you learn. Okay, the common or garden and the basic brown are so similar that they can be dealt with together. So they're exactly the same, the common garden and the basic brown. These are the most familiar breeds, so they're the most common type of dragon. Okay, the ones we instantly think of when we say dragons, they are poor hunters. What does it mean if they're poor hunters, do you think? What do you reckon dragons eat? Do they eat vegetable? Are they predators, or do they eat like grass and plants? Do you think? They're predators. So if they're poor hunters, what does that mean? These types of dragons, are they good at hunting or are they bad at hunting? Oh, well done, they're the most common. That's good, Storm.
What's the other one?
They are poor hunters. What does that mean? If they're poor hunters, do you think? Yes, I know your tooth is wobbly, Storm. So if they're poor hunters, then they're not very good at hunting. But they are easy to train. So they're easy to train. These dragons are the best kind for family pets. Although, as with a lion or a tiger, they should never be left unsupervised with young children. Okay, so you've got the paragraph there. So remember, pause the video and read it many times as you like to try and find 3 things that we find. Okay? So look at the third one. Let me read this one again for you, Storm. These dragons are the best.
Storm, I found it.
These dragons are the best kind for family pets. So once you've done that, our next question is, what colours are they? Okay, so can we see colours? Green and yellow, all shades of brown. So what colours are they, Storm?
Green and yellow and brown.
Yep.
Green and yellow and brown. Mummy's happy.
Okay, and your last question, what are they armed with? Okay, so let's just look again. What are they armed with? Can you read that, Storm?
Armed with basic teeth and claws.
So what are they armed with?
Teeth and claws.
But they're only basic. So if they're basic, then they're not very sharp. They're not very scary. Okay? So, once you've done that, we've got the fun bits. Now, you are going to create your own dragon fact file, okay? So you are going to do your own version of this, okay? So, here are the things that you need to do.